Welcome back to the Crime Scene SA channel. In this episode, we'll be highlighting some of the notable rulings recently handed down by South African courts in October. While these cases may not be landmark decisions, each one sheds light on the practical workings of the legal system and provides insights into the judiciary's approach to current issues. Let's get started. Washington's Tsa Pitori has been convicted for raping a 10-year-old girl and sentenced to life in prison by the Johannesburg Magistrates Court. Tsa Pitori was charged with 1 count of rape. Investigation disclosed that on 11 March 2022, while at the daycare, the caregiver's son took advantage of the 10-year-old and started sexually violating her. During the commission of the offense, Tsa Pitori raped the minor. He put soap in her eyes while she was bathing. After the violation, the accused instructed the child to relieve herself in an attempt to destroy DNA evidence. The court ordered the accused's name to be registered in the National Sex Offenders Registry and declared him unfit to possess firearms. Additionally, the accused was prohibited from interacting with or working with children. 2 sex workers were sentenced to life imprisonment by the Gauteng High Court for murdering a 29-year-old client in Sandton. Alongside life for murder, each received 15 years for robbery and 6 months for theft. The crime occurred on April 13, 2019, when Refile Mogotlo and Jula Rehlamfu, after meeting their clients at a pub, accompanied him to his home. During a later altercation, Mogotlo strangled the victim with a charger cable. His body was later discovered by a family friend after his father was unable to reach him. Security footage and forensic evidence, including fingerprints, confirmed the woman's involvement. The Pretoria Specialized Commercial Crimes Court sentenced former Hough CFO Andres Benjamin Lagrange to 10 years with 5 years suspended for a 367 million fraud case. Lagrange admitted to manipulating financial statements under the late former CEO Marcus Eustace's direction in 2016, inflating Hough's financials. As part of the plea, he agreed to testify in future cases related to Hough. The scandal has led to Hough's liquidation and Lagrange's 10-year ban from holding public office, along with a 2 million rand fine from the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. The National Prosecuting Authority and the Directorate for Priority Crime Investigation said this case has been one of the most complex commercial crimes cases they have to deal with. You'll remember that at a point when a significant breakthrough was made to involve the case earlier this year, the main accused, the ex-CEO of Hough, Marcus Eustace, escaped justice by taking his own life on the eve of his arrest. A Limpopo pastor and 2 church members were convicted of animal cruelty after a viral video revealed their abuse of a western owl. Pastor Charles Mudau, along with congregants Albert Mushiana and Justice Makushu of Potter's House Word Church, appeared in court following the incident on July 23, 2023. The video showed them capturing an owl found atop their church during a service, subjecting it to a cleansing ceremony involving oil and salt, which left the bird with broken wings and other injuries. They claimed it was an evil spirit. The SPCA initiated a criminal case after the video gained attention. The court sentenced each of the accused to a fine of 20,000 rand or 12 months in prison with a 5-year suspension. Additionally, they were fined 15,000 rand or an alternative 12-month sentence, with condition to pay 7,500 each to the Louis Tricard SPCA as compensation. Limpopo Director of Public Prosecutions Ivy Tsenga welcomed the sentence and said she hoped people would refrain from committing acts of cruelty towards animals and ensure that animals are protected from harmful human acts and abuse. The Pretoria High Court sentenced 2 contract killers from Mkwamhlanga for multiple murders related to a tender dispute. Waldo Mosotla received 2 life terms for murder and additional sentences for attempted murder and firearm possession, while Klaas Masilila received 4 life terms for murder, along with similar additional sentences. Their sentences will run concurrently and both are prohibited from firearm ownership. Between January and April 2021, the two were hired by a man named Jack, now a fugitive, to kill 4 businessmen involved in Eskom and Tshwane municipality tenders. The killings, carried out in public and targeting multiple individuals, were attributed to jealousy and greed. Despite pleading not guilty, evidence presented by the state led to their conviction, with the courts imposing life sentences due to their lack of remorse and the impact on victims' families. And lastly, a Gauteng High Court judge has held the Mpumalanga MEC fully responsible for a baby born with severe brain damage and cerebral palsy, ruling that negligence by staff at Semba Hospital in Kwabukeni led to the condition, despite the hospital's attempts to blame the mother's use of traditional herbs. Judge Anthony Miller determined that the delay in performing a C-section, despite recognizing the urgency, resulted in the baby developing cerebral palsy. The mother was admitted to the hospital in December 2010 but was twice discharged as not being in active labor, though she returned when labor was expected. On the day before delivery, she used a non-ingested herbal mixture, isiwasho, which was meant to bring luck due to concerns over delayed labor. Medical experts classified the delayed procedure as a Category 1 cesarean, indicating immediate risk to both mother and child, which should have occurred within 30 minutes. Instead, it took nearly 3 hours after the decision to operate, with no recorded monitoring of the fetus for 4 hours prior. The judge concluded that this failure to monitor contributed to the baby's cerebral palsy, ruling that the mother's use of herbals had no adverse impacts on the fetus. The exact damages to be awarded will be decided later. That's it for today. Thanks for watching this video. See you on the next one.